Hello and welcome to this episode of Animals and Ames. My name is Ron Edwards. I'm the Animal Control Supervisor here for the Ames Animal Shelter and Animal Control Program. Glad that you tuned in to watch us today. We got three very sweet cats that we're going to show you today. All of our dogs have been adopted, and at the end of the segment I'll tell you about one of them. But this is just the first of our kitties today, and this is Tommy. Tommy is a neutered male. He came into us and he was not neutered, so we made sure to take care of that for him and for his new family. He is a beautiful orange tabby here. He's got these beautiful stripes. I'm not sure how well that shows up on the camera, but he's got these beautiful stripes and just a little bit nervous in here. It's interesting because he talks quite a bit in his kennel, but here he seems to be a little bit more on the shy side, so he's getting used to the cameras and trying to figure this all out. But we're estimating that Tommy's about 2 years old. Again, he came into us as a stray, so we don't have any information about his owners. Unfortunately, nobody came forward. We do hold all of our strays for 7 days. If the owner doesn't claim them within that time, then we of course put them up for adoption here at the shelter, looking for a new forever home for them. And of course, we're looking for a forever home that's going to keep Tommy indoors, keep him safe, give him all the love that he needs, and of course make sure that he has an annual visit with a vet to make sure that he's healthy. And of course, anytime something comes up, immediately take him to the vet to make sure that he receives all the care that he desires and he requires. So Tommy, again, we're estimating is about 2 years old. He does have all of his claws, and of course we want to make sure that they stay that way. And I'll mention again that we do offer the free nail trims for life for any cat that you adopt at the shelter. So you just come on down here and call us up and make sure that we have staff here, and we will trim the nails for your kitty that you adopt from us at no charge for the lifetime of that cat. So it's a commitment that we're making to keep these guys with their claws, very important for them. He was found as a stray. He was found out running around. So if he didn't have his claws, he would have less defenses to keep him safe from predators, from dogs running loose maybe, a lot of different things. So very important that they keep their claws. And again, we provide those free nail trims. So if you're interested in meeting him, Tommy's here at the Ames Animal Shelter. We'd love to introduce you to him. We're not sure how he would do with other cats yet. We're kind of getting to know him still. But we can always kind of give an attempt and see. Of course, that's never a guarantee that he's going to get along with your cat at home. But we can always get a sense of, how willing he might be to meet another cat. We don't know. He may have lived with several other cats. So it's kind of hard when we don't have any of that history on these guys. He didn't have a microchip, no tag. So it's really hard for us to know all their history. And I'm sure he's got a lot of stories to tell us. And he does actually start to tell us those stories when he's in his kennel. Like I said, he's being a little quiet here. But a great cat, seems pretty mellow. And again, talkative, and just a gorgeous kitty here. Beautiful eyes, and just a real sweet kitty. So if you want to meet Tommy, come on down to the shelter. Our staff would love to introduce you to him. And our next guest today is Bronx. Bronx came into us also as a stray. Matter of fact, all three of the cats that came in that I'll show today are strays. Really, kind of stresses the importance of keeping your cats in your home. And not having them wandering on the streets and, of course, in danger of getting hit by cars and other dangers that they face. Bronx is a domestic short hair. It's really hard to see. I don't know if we can get real close with the camera, but he does actually, in this black coat that he has here, you can actually see some tabby lines and some brown in there. So he's got some black mixed in with that beautiful brown there just trying to come out. But he is a very nice cat, very gentle. We have not noticed any concerns with his behavior whatsoever. And he, again, was another example of a cat that should have never been outside running around. He is declawed in the front. For those of you that may be looking for a cat that's already declawed, he came to us declawed. Of course, we would never perform that procedure here with one of our cats. But Bronx is a really, really sweet cat. As you can see, he's just loving the attention here. He's not too nervous in this room as Tommy was. He seems to be a little bit more interested in the petting and everything. But Bronx is a nice cat. He's been with us for a few weeks now. We haven't seen a whole lot of interest, and unfortunately, sometimes our cats that have these beautiful black coats tend to get overlooked a little bit. So we'd really like people to come down and get to know him. He's kind of a unique cat. He sometimes will just kind of look off and it seems like he's daydreaming or something. But Bronx is a nice cat. Again, we haven't noticed any problems with him at all. He did have some fleas when he came in, so we of course applied flea treatment right away. Made sure to take care of all of those. But he's definitely on his road to recovery and going to be a great cat to add to a family. We are estimating that Bronx is about 2 years old. And would make a great addition to a family. Again, with the other ones, we're just getting to know Bronx, so we don't know if he would be good with other cats, but we could always give him a try and see how he would do. Maybe Tommy would be his new buddy, and you can adopt Bronx and Tommy to go home together. So this is Bronx. If you'd like to meet him, come on down to the shelter or give us a call, and we'd love to tell you more about him. And our next and final guest today is Sashi. She came into us also as a stray. She is just absolutely scared here. This has just been a very difficult environment for her. She's obviously used to being in a home environment. She is, unfortunately, all four declawed. So all four of her paws have been declawed. Again, another cat that just absolutely should not be out there. Not only can she really not protect herself from predators, she would have a very difficult time even climbing into a tree to get away from predators, not having her hind claws. And again, she came into us that way. So we're very sorry for Sashi, and this is a scary place for her. All animals have a hard time adjusting to shelter environments. And if you think about living in a home and being there with your family, and then all of a sudden you're here in a shelter in a metal box, it makes it very difficult for these beautiful creatures. And our heart just goes out for Sashi here and so many others like her. She's just, it's taking her a while to adjust to this environment. She's got a bit of an upper respiratory infection when she was here, and a lot of that has to do with the stress. I know, you're okay, baby. So a lot of it has to do with the stress of the new environment, being around all the animals. We're all strangers. Sometimes it gets a little bit loud with kids coming through. And so, Sashi has been thrusted into a world that she just doesn't understand and she's fearful of. So we're doing all that we can to make her feel comfortable, giving her all the nutrients that we can feed her, basically giving her whatever she wants while she's here. So we're really hoping to get Sashi into a home. Again, she's all four declawed, all four paw declawed. And if someone is looking for a declawed cat, or maybe that's the requirements of the place that you rent, she might be a really good option. I think when she goes home, she's really just going to blossom. It's been a short period of time that she's been here with us, and she's really blossoming. Although you can still see that fear in her, and bringing her into this room with the lights and the cameras is obviously a difficult thing for her. So we're going to get her back to her safe space, her kennel that she's getting used to. But we don't want her to get used to that kennel for very long. We really want her to be in a home. We want her to get used to sitting on the couch with you and watching episodes of Animals and Ames and Channel 12 episodes and sleeping with you in your bed at night. That's what Sashi wants, and that's what we want for her. So if you're interested in meeting this cat, we would love to introduce you to her. She is very gentle. Even as scared as she is, she never offered to do anything, never offered to bite or anything like that. She's just scared and really deserves a home, and we're hoping that she gets a home really quick. So if you're interested in Sashi, come on down to the shelter. We'd love to introduce you to her. Well, that's our show for today. I want to thank everybody for watching and tuning in. We know we have a lot of regulars that watch the show, and really appreciate your comments and feedback, anything that we can do to make this better, try to get more animals adopted, we always welcome that feedback. And again, a big thanks to the crew that tapes this show. They do such an amazing job making me sound okay. So I really appreciate all the work that they do. I want to send out a very, very special thank you. We put out a request on Facebook for some kitten food, and the response that we received was just incredible. I think we were close to 60 cases of kitten food that we asked for. And it's very important that those kittens receive consistent food. So we don't want to feed them a bunch of different foods, because that really upsets their little stomachs and digestive system. So it's very important that they get that consistent food. And we're so thankful for all the people on Facebook that shared that post, that donated especially, and just for your comments. And we are here to help the animals, and that's what we're here for. And I also want to send a special thank you to Tasia Blue Rescue. We had a beautiful white husky that was surrendered to us, and we immediately called Tasia Blue Rescue, who does a wonderful job placing huskies and malamutes. And they came down here. They're also amazing supporters of the shelter and have helped us out with a lot of animals and just stuff here at the shelter. So I want to thank them, especially Diamond, who is going to be renamed to Eve. Her new name is going to be Eve, is going to her foster home tomorrow after her spay surgery. So we're so thankful for all the rescue groups that we work with when we have animals that come in and need that special home and a little bit more special adoption counseling and things like that. And rescues do such a wonderful job at that. So we really appreciate the work that all the rescues do in placing animals that don't have a home into their forever home. Thanks for watching today's show.